Okay, I'm going to do a little tutorial on how to outline a bitmap. I use open source stuff. I use Gimp and Inkscape, but you could probably do the same with Photoshop and Illustrator. So I've got this image here which I took on my camera, and I'm going to open this with Gimp and so you can see what it looks like. So this one is, I took this from a fairly good height because I wanted to sort of change the perspective, get the perspective right. If you take them too close, you'll find you'll get too much shadow here. So first of all, I'm just going to crop it to be the bit I actually need. I'm just doing a little video, right? You can watch if you want. I'm recording this. So I'm going to crop it and then get rid of the outside. And then also I've got some cracks here, so I want to actually take these cracks out. So the easiest way I find to do this is using clone tool. So up here you'll see there's a little stamper clone tool. See this one here, it looks like a stamp, and you press the control key to say where you want to start from, and then you release the control key when you want to actually activate. And I've just got like a blur, Gaussian blur thing here. It doesn't matter if you don't get everything, because the edge detect will take out most of it anyway. So I'll do another one here. So I'll just take that out like that. And you might create some other things, but don't stress too much. So there we go. What else have I got? Another one here. You can go crazy if you want and remove all the blemishes, but to be honest, you don't need to. So this one I'm going to remove. It's like spray painting. Actually went a little bit over there, so I'm going to Control Z that. You can just hit Control Z if you get it wrong. Don't want to actually create stuff where I don't need to. There we go. Right, so how's that looking? So I've got rid of most of the scratches there. You could go crazy on this, but I'm just going to carry on to the next step. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to do export as overwrite with my original file. Follow the... Oh, one thing you might want to do as well before you load it into Inkscape is let's just take the colors down black and white. So I'm going to go here, desaturate to grey. Just going to do the defaults. Just want to sort of remove as much as possible that's going to cause any issues when we go to the next bitmap stage. So this one takes a little while. There's loads of different ways to desaturate an image. I just picked the default one. Yep, so that's desaturated. And what I would also do is put a bit of blur in there. So seeing filters here, I'll do a little bit of blur, bit of Gaussian blur here, just a little bit. Right, that's probably good enough. You could do some other crazies and make it darker if you want. You can go in here, you could change your, do color auto equalize for instance, but that's kind of not that good. We could try something like a stretch contrast. That will make it... Didn't actually do anything. Anyway, let's move on to the next step. So save that one, override it, and I'm going to close Gimp now. I'll just close this altogether, back to where we were before. I'm just going to discard this. I've already saved it, and then I'm going to open this again now, and this time I'm going to go open with... Oh, and look, I don't actually have Inkscape here, so I'm going to go open with... Choose another app. And I'm going to go to here, but you're going to do it via a different way. Just Inkscape. This Inkscape isn't really for GIFs and bitmaps really, it's for vector, so it obviously didn't show as an option. So here I'm going to go open. I'm going to go to where I downloaded the file. Downloads, you grab that file. So this is saying just import from the file with the defaults. Yep. Right, so there's my picture. Now this is where I'm going to take this, I'm going to trace this to a bitmap. So if I go to path, trace bitmap, this is going to bring up this thing here, and see it's not doing anything at the moment, so you've got to select what you want to trace. So I'll just select that. It's actually giving me a preview here. So what you can do now is you can change this threshold. So I'm going to go to about here, and I know this isn't going to be perfect. It's okay. We can tweak it in the bitmaps, the staging bit in, and you can change things like the number of speckles and things like that to try and get rid of the speckle count. So I'm going to go up a bit there. You can also do other settings here, optimizing. Don't quite know what that does. Smooth the corners. That's probably alright. And there's also other options here. You can change your detection mode. You can do edge detect as well. That actually looks pretty good for a CNC, but I'm going to actually do the other mode, which is the brightness cutoff. You also do auto trace, which don't quite know what that is. Maybe someone can work that out for me. Center line tracing, auto trace. I'm going to go back to the brightness cutoff. So that looks pretty good to me. And I'm going to go apply. Now you've got a fairly good image that could be loaded into a CNC. Now when you go close to this, you'll see there are some little wobbles and stuff like that, but to be honest, it's probably fine. Kind of want it to look a little bit wobbly anyway for to look authentic. So I'd probably have a go at cutting this as this. Pretty good. You could load this into the next bit of software. I'm going to save this on this machine for next time though. And I'm going to end this video.